Okay, so today we're going to look at the first section of the 2014 May-June paper, paper 22. Okay, now we're not going to go with the evidence. I'm just going to be going through the meat of the exam. Okay, so we're going to edit a report about the UK fishing industry. Using a suitable software package, load J224 fisheries.rtf, which we have here like so. Okay, so next we're going to set the page size to A4 and orientation to landscape. So page size, we go to layout, we're going to set it to A4 and change the orientation to landscape. Okay, and as you can see, it is landscape. Next, we are looking at set the top margins to 2 centimeters, the bottom margins to 1.5, the left and right margins to 2 centimeters. So let's have a look how we do that. We go to margins and custom margins. The top margin is 2 centimeters. The bottom margin is 1.5 centimeters. The left and right are 2 centimeters each. Click on OK, and margins have now changed. Okay, save the document with a new name. Make sure it is saved in the format of the software that you are using. So we need to save it from rich text format to Microsoft Word. So we go to Save As. I'm going to save it in the desktop and change it. You can see currently it says rich text format. We're going to change it to a Word document and then click on Save. And this is just saying that the document we upgraded to its newest file format because we have a different version of Word. Okay, and click on OK. Okay, next we are going to add a header, an automated file name and file path left aligned in the header, and the center number and candidate number right aligned. And in the footer is today's date, left aligned, and your name right aligned. Make sure that all the alignments match the page margins and the headers and footers are displayed on all pages. Okay, so let's go and insert our header. Okay, so we have our header here. We're going to insert on the left side an automated file name, document info, file path. And we are going to have right aligned is your center number and candidate number. So we're going to align this to the right hand side. So you're going to write in your center number and candidate number on this side. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the footer. Insert, footer, and the same here on the left side of the footer. We are going to have today's date left aligned. So we have here date and time, today's date on the left, and right aligned. On the right hand side is your name, like so. Okay, we can exit by clicking this, or we can double click on the main text. Now, next question. At the start of the document, enter the title UK Fishing Industry 2011. Now, maybe it'll allow me to copy paste this at the start of the document. UK Fishing Industry 2011. Make the title center 28 and underlined. And we're going to add our name as a subtitle underneath that. So let's have a look at this. So this needs to be center aligned, font size 28, and underlined, like so. And below the title, we're going to add a subtitle. So underneath, the subtitle is draft report by. Now let's have a look at what it says about the subtitle, the formatting. So the subtitle needs to be right aligned, 14, and italics with no other emphasis. So this is going to be right aligned, size 14. We take off the underline and it's going to be italics. So we have size 14, italics, right aligned. Set the subtitle and title to the same sans serif font. So the sans serif font in this situation would be Arial. If it's serif, we use Times New Roman. Okay. Sans serif is French. It means without the curls. Okay. So sans serif, we're going to change this to Arial, like so. Okay. Next question. After the subtitle, format the rest of the document as body text in 2 equally spaced columns with a 2 centimeter spacing between the columns. So after the subtitle, we're going to format the rest of the document into 2 equally spaced. So to do this, we're going to click on columns, more columns. We're going to have 2 columns and the spacing will be 2 centimeters. Now, very important, we don't apply it to the whole document. It's only from this point forward where the cursor is. Click on OK, and you can see it's changed everything from this point forward. Okay, format the title and subtitle to be surrounded by an outside border of approximately 3 to 4 points. Apply light grey shading like this to the background. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to insert a shape, and we're going to add our shape like so, and it's going to be 10 to 25% shading. Okay, so let's go for shape fill, 10 to 25% something. If we hover, it should tell us. Okay, 15%. Okay, we'll go with this. And the outline needs to be 3 to 4 points. So we go to our outline, and that is the weight. So the weight is what we're going to choose here. Let's go for 3 points. Okay, so we have a border, 3 points, like so. Okay, so what we need to do next is to bring the text forward. So we go to our wrap text, and there is an option to say behind text, like so. So that's what we're looking at. So we're going to have it behind the text. Okay, so that's how we add the shape to question 13. Next, we're going to set all of the body text to be fully justified, font size 12, a serif font, so Times New Roman, and single line spacing. Okay, so let's go back and let's highlight all the text like so. First, let's change the spacing. We can see this has got slightly larger spacing, maybe 1.5 or 2, and this is no spacing. So it's going to be single spacing for everything. Fully justified, font size 12, serif font, which we're going to go for Times New Roman. Okay, and that is done. Now, the next question, identify the 8 subheadings and apply this formatting. Okay, center aligned, bold, underlined, a sans serif font, and font size 14 points. So let's identify them. Now, I'm going to hold down the control button, which will allow me to highlight more than one at the same time. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now these are going to be center aligned. As you can see, all of them move. All the text that is highlighted is going to be in bold, underlined, a sans serif font, so that's going back to Arial, and font size 14, so slightly larger. And the next question, make sure there is a single 12-point line space after each paragraph and each subheading. So we have our single spaces. Yeah. You can see the size there. Okay. Now we're going to change the numbered list. Like so. Change the numbered list from England to Ireland to square-shaped bullets. So let's have a look at the list. Okay, we can see currently it is numbered. We're going to change this from numbered to square bullet points. Format the list so the bullets are positioned 2.5 centimeters from the left margin. So for this we need to view our ruler, and we can see here we have our bullet points. We're going to move them. There's 2 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters from the left margin. Okay, now we're going to add a table. So we're going to open this file, J227224 EU Fleet. Okay, we're going to open it up, and it opens up in spreadsheets. So we're going to do the formatting first. It says delete the row containing the following data. So Belgium 86. Let's have a look. So we find Belgium, we right click, delete, and that has got rid of the row. Next, format the text in the table as the body text. Now if you remember, the body text is here. So we're going to format all of this to be font size 12, a serif font, so we're going for Times New Roman, Times New Roman. Okay, single line spacing. Okay, now we need to make sure we can see everything like so, and let's see what changes we have to make. So format the top row of the table to be bold and underlined and center aligned over the 4 columns. So at the very top, we're going to merge and center. And it wants to be bold and underlined. And the second row, we need to format so that it's bold, center aligned, and the headings are wrapped within each cell with no split words. So we need to wrap the heading. So what we're going to do first is we're going to highlight, we're going to put them in bold, center aligned, and then we can use the wrap text, which will allow it to move on to 2 lines like so. Now let's tidy this up a bit more. We can double click to make it fit. Okay, format rows 3 to 12 so that the data is displayed on one line and the numbers are right aligned. So we can see everything's on one line here. It doesn't wrap on the data like so. And the numbers we need to right align, which I believe they already are, yes. And now we need to make sure the table fits within the column, has a single 12-point line space above and below, displays all grid lines when printed. So we need to make sure that we have our grid lines displayed on all borders. Now we can copy that, and we're going to find out where this goes. This goes, provides more detail after that paragraph. So let's have a look. Provides more detail, so we're going to add it here. We need to make sure there's one space. The detail, we're going to add one space, and we're going to add our table here. Okay, and we're going to bring this up a bit like so. Now let's have a look. Next question. Import the image J224 fish and place it below the subheading landings on the last page. So we go back to here, we go to look for landings, and it's going to be placed below the subheading. So we're going to add it here. Insert, picture, desktop, J224 fish. Okay, flip the image so the head faces to the right. Now we go to our format and we will see an option. On the picture we have our format options and we are going to flip it horizontal so the fish faces to the right like so. Next question, we're going to format the image so that it is resized to a width of 5 centimeters. The aspect ratio is maintained. It is aligned to the left margin and top of the paragraph starting the value of fish. And the text wraps around the image, which will look like this. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So the first thing we're going to do is to resize the picture to 5 centimeters. So we change this value in here, 5 centimeters, like so. Now the aspect ratio is maintained, so the picture is not distorted. And now we need to wrap the text. So we go to wrap text and we're going to choose tight. And you can see the text moves up like so. Okay, now that's done. Replace all instances of the word amount with the word share. So we use our replace button and we're going to find the word amount and we're going to replace it with share. And we can click replace all or one by one. Now it's told us we found 3 replacements and it's made the changes. And the final question, you're going to make sure you spell check and proofread the document. Make sure the tables don't overlap 2 columns or pages. The bulleted lists are not split over 2 columns or pages. There are no widows or orphans and no blank pages. So let's have a final check to make sure we don't have that. Okay, now what we have here is potentially we have a couple of lines here. We can move this down and bring this up slightly. And we can see, yep, it fits. Okay, and that is how you complete the exam paper. Thank you.